Hey guys, Andrew from American Musical Supply here, back at the Artist Vault at Zildjian with Paul Francis. And we have a couple of 16-inch crash cymbals up on the stand right now. We have a thin crash over here and then a medium thin crash, and we're going to show you the difference between the two of those. Paul, how would you describe, like, when you go to a thinner cymbal, what happens to the pitch in the cymbal?
When you have a cymbal that's the same diameter and you have two different weights, the thinner one 99.9% of the time is lower in pitch. Okay. When you go up from a thin to a medium thin, the pitch should go up, then you go to a medium and then a rock, and then you get a brighter type of sound.
Okay.
And the best way to hear that, if you happen to be in a store or if you're online and you're able to pull up several different sound files at the same time and you can just do the single strike, you'll be able to hear the pitch difference just from tapping on the cymbals. And the thing that is confusing sometimes is that if you hear the cymbal crash sound, in a thinner cymbal the highs speak immediately, so sometimes people misinterpret that as being a higher pitched cymbal than something that weighs more.
Gotcha.
If you want a cymbal that speaks really quickly and is fast, you want to go with a thinner weight. If you need something that has a little bit more projection, you go in the medium thin to medium weight range, so it can go a little bit more. But it's really, again, like all the other cymbals that we've been playing, what speaks to you is going to work because you're going to create the music that you want from it. So.
And then a smaller diameter cymbal is going to be a faster sound.
It's going to be faster. It's going to be higher in pitch if we're talking crash cymbals or splashes.
Okay.
Yep.
So let's just go back over these again so you can hear pitch of that thin crash as opposed to so definitely a little higher in pitched here. And then
we're going to crash them.
Yeah,
Let's
go
crash
ahead.
them.
Yeah.
And then if we want to go to getting into colors in a cymbal setup, we've also picked out some nice 18-inch K-Dar crash thins for a real kind of drastic tonal change. If you like to stay with the same type of series, I recommend going to an 18 or a 19-inch Zildjian crash. If you pick a 16-inch medium thin, we recommend going to like a thin crash so you have a nice tonal change with that. So we'll take the 16s off, we'll throw the 18s on so you can hear what's going on with that, and then we'll pair a couple together.
Cool.
Okay? So as we're talking about cymbal setups, you know, if we have like a bright sound like the 16-inch thin or a medium thin, we want to change the color up. And if we want to go to a bigger cymbal, you know, we decided to pull off some of the K-Dar crashes off the shelf, and we have 3 here that we selected. And these have a lower curvature than an Zildjian would. The hammering is everywhere. It's the random hammering, and that's going to create a kind of darker, dirty type of tonal color. In these crashes, there's a larger bell than the 16, so it's going to give you a little bit more projection. They're going to be a little bit louder. Don't know if your customers realize that the size and shape of the bell determine the pitch and the volume. So a taller type of bell is going to have higher pitches than a larger, flatter bell. And a larger bell is just going to give you more volume. So the bigger the bell, the more you're going to get out of it. Okay? So I'm going to tap on these so you can hear them, and then I'll crash them. And then we'll pull up maybe the 16-inch medium thin, and we'll put it up against a couple of these so you can hear the tonal options for your setup.
Great.
So these are all the same model. They don't all sound exactly the same. This one's really kind of dark and dirty and funky, which is great. And like I was saying in some of the other videos, how stuff speaks to you. Out of the 3 of these, this is the one that I would pick, although they're all really, really fantastic. You know, this one's a little bit brighter. one's nice. That one has the balance that I would
Okay.
want as a drummer. And then this is a funkier one.
Guess
This
which one I like.
This is the one you like,
Yeah.
right? This is one. If I were to pick something for like a Steve Gadd,
Uh-huh.
it would be that sound
Right.
right there. Okay. So let me grab the 16. I'll get out of frame for a second and bring it back.
Okay.
And put it on. We'll take this one off.
Okay.
Okay. Because we want to leave the one up that you were really digging. And what we'll do is I'll tap the cymbals again, so we can hear the pitch differences, and then we'll crash and we'll see how well these couple together.
Gotcha.
Okay. So you can hear that's super bright from what we heard in the 18s. So those are some tonal options when you're putting a cymbal setup together and you're creating emotions. You know, you're telling a story through music, so you want to be able to have the tools to do that. You know, you have a really, really nice high-end glassy type of crash cymbal, and then you have this dark one over here, and depending on the conversation that you're having with the other musicians is going to determine which cymbals you play.
Right.
So why don't you tap on them
Okay.
as well?
Yeah.
You like
Beautiful.
these two, don't you?
I do.
These have a nice pairing to them. So,
Cool. Well, thanks,
all right.
Paul.
Thank you.